Tonight, live from Edmonton, this is Game 2 of the 2020 Stanley Cup Playoffs and the Western Conference quarterfinals. Yes, welcome inside Rogers Place as we say hello, hockey fans, and welcome to the 2020 Stanley Cup Playoffs Battle of Alberta. .866 was the save percentage there for David Rittich. .891 for Mikko Koskinen, both in Game 1. Both goalies facing 46 shots. And it was an offensive explosion in Game 2. 12 combined goals between Calgary and Edmonton as the Oilers won 7-5 in Game 1 with the 1-0 series lead. Here we go, opening face-off of Game 2. The Oilers have the puck. It's Oscar Klefbom. Klefbom, one of the two Edmonton Oilers working on a three-point night there in Game 1, and he gets the first shot away of the hockey game. Both Adam Larsson and Oscar Klefbom three-point nights in Game 1. Here come the Flames back the other way. Mark Giordano sends one across now to Eric Gustafsson, as it's back at the point now. Anderson's got a shot. He's knocked down. Rebound, scores! Elias Lindholm. Just a minute 38 into this hockey game. 1-0 Flames. And a long shot by Rasmus Andersson off the boards, and Elias Lindholm, who was parked in front of the Edmonton goal, will just slide a backhander through Mikko Koskinen. And the many Flames fans and the Sea of Red here in Edmonton erupting early on in this one. 29 goals in the regular season for Elias Lindholm. And he's got his first in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it's a big one. Here come the Oilers back the other way. This one is Connor McDavid. Big rebound sitting there for the first star of Game 1, Andres Athanasiou. A 4-point night in Game 1 for Athanasiou. Shot there by the Flames going wide, picked up by Nugent Hopkins off the half boards. Nugent Hopkins comes racing up the left side, gets to McDavid with a shot. Didn't get it to the net. Cassin's got it behind the goal. Back to Klefbom now. Klefbom down low for McDavid with a shot turned aside by Rittich. Rasmus Andersson will pick up the loose puck and skate it out. He'll go across to Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk fires a shot on goal and then takes down his man as he looks for the rebound. That's Oscar Klefbom behind the net. Oilers come back the other way. Kyler Yamamoto across to Connor McDavid. McDavid to Yamamoto in the slot, but he's knocked down before he can get a shot away. Giordano picks up the loose puck. Mark Giordano, the Flames captain, up the right side. Stream it in, puts on the brakes. Passes across now to Michael Backlund, and a shot that doesn't make its way to the net. Oilers, they got the puck now. This is Leon Draisaitl. Always dangerous as Draisaitl as he gets a shot away. Tkachuk picks up the puck and backhands this out to Derek Ryan at center. Ryan drops back to Travis Hamonic and across to Giordano. Up to Derek Ryan, and he avoids a check, almost gets in. The Oilers steal the puck back. Josh Archibald to Riley Sheahan, and back to Josh Archibald. Along the boards as he turns away from a check, gets it back to the point, and a big shot going wide there as it's picked up by Darnell Nurse on the opposite side. Riley Sheahan back up top to Darnell Nurse. He'll put it behind the Flames net and around the boards, and it's picked up by Calgary and sent the other way. Travis Hamonic up for Derek Ryan. He had a goal in game number 1. Third of the Flames. He goes across to Giordano. Down low for Dubé. Each member of that line actually scoring a goal. Of the third line for Calgary, Dylan Dubé got his first NHL playoff goal. Milan Lucic got a goal, as well as Derek Ryan. Travis Hamonic firing a shot now, turned aside by Koskinen. Oilers back the other way. This is James Neal, and Neal is turned aside by Rittich, his former teammates. Alex Chiasson turns away from a check in the corner and puts it in front of the slot to Neal, who shoots up high, and Rittich makes a save. David Rittich's been sharp to open this one. Andres Athanasiou, as mentioned, the first star of the game in Game 1 with a 4-point night. Athanasiou, just 1 point through 9 games with the Edmonton Oilers since coming over the trade deadline. Just had 1 playoff career point in 5 games coming into Game 1. Mikko Koskinen hangs onto a shot. Coming back to the Flames' third line of Dubé, Lucic, and Ryan. Milan Lucic picking up his 29th Stanley Cup playoff goal in his 115th playoff game in Game 1. As mentioned, Dubé picking up his first goal of his Stanley Cup playoff career, and Derek Ryan with his first playoff goal as well. Oilers try a shot here that's blocked. Elias Lindholm. The goal scorer early on in this game gets it to Johnny Gaudreau. Scores! Johnny Gaudreau! Ripping a shot 5-0 on Mikko Koskinen. 2-0 Calgary. And just like we saw in Game 1, the Flames take an early 2-0 lead here in the first period. And just like in Game 1, the goal scorer was Johnny Gaudreau. Tonight, Gaudreau's got his third of the playoffs. Had both goals in that first period in Game 1. Elias Lindholm, Sean Monahan drawing the assist on Johnny Gaudreau's third of these Stanley Cup playoffs. Monahan now down low. Puck sits on the boards for Oscar Klefbom to come and pick it up. McDavid now, Cassian. Cassian working one-on-one with his man. Drops it for the Flames, who's got it now. Monahan up to Elias Lindholm. This line doing all the scoring so far as Lindholm tries another shot. Turned aside by Koskinen. Back come the Oilers the other way. Sheahan leaves it back for the defenseman who gets a shot away. Tkachuk picks up and the Flames are out. Matthew Tkachuk across to Sean Monahan, still out there. Drops it back for Matthew Tkachuk, who will try a shot. And Mikko Koskinen hanging on to the puck. Well, how about Johnny Gaudreau? Just 4 career playoff goals in 20 games coming into this year's 2020 Stanley Cup playoffs. And now through 2 games here in 2020, he's got 3 goals. So 1 goal away from his total he had coming into this series. Flames off the faceoff, win it. Hamnick goes to TJ Brody. Tkachuk into the slot with a shot. Stopped by Koskinen. Ethan Bear picks up the rebound. Ethan Bear in over the blue line. Sends it across to Nugent Hopkins, who scored his first career playoff goal in Game 1. Backlund gets his puck just over the blue line. And it's offside. Oilers win the faceoff. This one comes back to Darnell Nurse, Ethan Bear, and Kyler Yamamoto now. Puck taken back though by TJ Brody. The Flames have 4 out through the Oilers zone. TJ Brody goes back to the point where Lucci is to Dylan Dubé, and a shot turned aside by the right pad of Mikko Koskinen. Picked up again by Dubé, and now Lucci tries a shot. Doesn't make its way to the net. Bear picks up the puck for the Oilers. Here is Ethan Bear up the right side, leading the way for the Edmonton Oilers, trying to get their first goal of game number 2 as Klefbom and Bear play catch at the point. Bear goes across now to Draisaitl with a shot, turned aside by Riddick. Leon Draisaitl, the NHL's leading goal scorer in the regular season with 110 points. Also led the NHL in assists with 67 in that category, and was third in the NHL in goals with 43. And then David Pastrnak and Alex Ovechkin with more. Here's Kyler Yamamoto now dancing for the slot. Gets one across to Nugent Hopkins, who tried a couple shots, didn't get through to the net. Matthew Tkachuk has it now up the left side. Tkachuk dropping back here for Rasmus Andersson. His shot is blocked neatly by Kyler Yamamoto. The Oilers will take advantage and go the other way. Jujhar Khaira puts on the brakes. Khaira behind the Flames goal, actually centers it for Neal, scores! James Neal, the former Flame. And the Oilers have answered back and made this a 1-goal game. And a perfect pass there into the slot, and Neal with that patented wrist shot. 19 goals this season for Leon Draisaitl, getting back to his form after just 7 goals and 19 points total last year for the Calgary Flames in 63 games. Puts up 19 goals in 55 games and 31 points for the Edmonton Oilers this season. And it's a huge goal, just like Milan Lucic, the former Oiler, did in Game 1. Neal scoring against his former team here in Game number 2. And that's got some life back in the building here at Rogers Place. Flames steal the puck back now. Tobias Rieder gets a chance. turned aside by Koskinen. Well, as mentioned in Game 1, James Neal played only 4 games last year for the Calgary Flames in the Stanley Cup Playoffs, was a -3, and he was actually a healthy scratch for Game 5 back in Calgary. But he's got his first goal here in this series in 2020. Here come the Oilers again, a shot, scores! Oscar Klefbom, another bomb! His second of the playoffs. And sorry, that's Mike Green, the Calgary native. A little old school there with Mike Green firing a shot past Riddick. The longtime Washington Capital and Detroit Red Wing. Picked up at the deadline for a little bit of experience in the playoffs just like this. And he's got his first of the playoffs, and this game is suddenly tied with just 34 seconds to go. And this building is rocking in Edmonton now. Gustafsson gets this up to Hanifin, and Noah Hanifin will skate this behind the net. Hanifin will bank it off the boards to Elias Lindholm, who had opened the scoring in this period. Hanifin gets a shot away, and it's turned aside by Koskinen. Andrei Athanasiou now gets it loose for Green, who will just dump it down the ice. Mike Green, the Calgary native, ties this game up with 34 seconds to go and sends this building into a frenzy. 2-2 after 20 minutes of play here in Game 2. Well, shots were 11-11 apiece there in the first period as we welcome you back to period number 2 here of Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Calgary and Edmonton in the first round. First time in 29 years we've said that. Larson gets an early shot here on Riddick. Mike Green, with just 34 seconds left in that first period, the 10-year veteran and Calgary native, gets his first of the playoffs and just his 4th game in an Oilers jersey. Klefbom now with a shot that's turned aside by Riddick. 34 years of age, Mike Green, yet to win a Stanley Cup. Of course, was a long-time member of the Washington Capitals, but traded away just prior, a couple seasons prior to the Capitals winning their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. There's Elias Lindholm now, Johnny Gaudreau. Back for Rasmus Andersson, he has the puck come out. Gaudreau and Lindholm, the goal scorers, by the way, for Calgary in that first period. Lindholm now drops it for Tkachuk in the slot, a golden opportunity to shoot, but he doesn't. Passes off to Mangiapane instead. On the cycle with Anderson, who's going to walk in. Monahan in the slot. He can't get a shot away as the stick was lifted there by an Oilers defense. Leon Draisaitl now over the line across to Nugent-Hopkins, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goes back to Oscar Klefbom and back to Nugent-Hopkins. No play catch. Here is Klefbom getting into position and scores! Well, he didn't have a shooting lane on the right side, so he moved to the middle, and Oscar Klefbom, his second of the game and second of the series, gives the Oilers their first lead in Game 2. .34 points in the regular season for Oscar Klefbom, and he's got 2 huge goals here in Game 2. Flames try to respond now. Tkachuk goes back to Backlund in the slot, and a big kick save there by Koskinen. Oilers come back the other way. Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins trying to make a move here around TJ Brodie, and a shot deflecting wide into the corner. TJ Brodie battling Tyler Yamamoto, and Brodie wins that battle. Gets the puck out to Backlund in the middle, and deflected up here to Matthew Tkachuk. Andrew Mangiapane, who gets a shot away and deflecting off the glove of Koskinen. Oilers have the puck now behind their goal, and James Neal, one of the goal scorers, here to Kyler Yamamoto. Yamamoto across the blue line, and he'll come in just offside. Well, Oscar Klefbom played 12 games in 2017 for the Edmonton Oilers, 2 goals, 3 assists, and was a -2 through those 12 games, but he's got some pretty big goals tonight here for Edmonton. The Oilers have a 3-2 lead here on Calgary, and a 1-0 series lead as that shot is kicked out by Riddick. Milan Lucic and Flames for a second straight game get up to a 2-0 lead, and then see that evaporate as the Oilers came back to win game number 1 in a Wild West shootout, 7-5. Here's Riley Sheahan bringing one off the post as Clefbaum's got it again. Clefbaum across to Sheahan. Over to Larson and down low for Archibald, and he goes behind the net for Ennis, who's going to cut this out, but Riddick gets a stick out there to poke that away. Here is Archibald for Adam Larson, and now Riley Sheahan back to Oscar Clefbaum on a hat trick watch already, and they score! It's Riley Sheahan! Seems like everything from the point is beating David Rick now. Riley Sheahan just wires a shot from the Stanley Cup playoff logo. And that beats Riddick under the glove. And Clefbaum will pick up his 3rd point of the hockey game. He had 3 points in game 1. He's got 3 points already here in game 2, and we're not even halfway through regulation. What a night for Clefbaum. 4-2 Oilers, and I think we might be in store for another high-scoring affair here in game 2. Giordano tries a shot. Didn't get through. Lindholm's got it now for the Flames. Their top line out there needing to respond here. Johnny Gaudreau. Cross to Rasmus Anderson. Big rebound kicked out, but picked up by Adam Larson. And he gets this to McDavid across to Andres Athanasiou. Athanasiou back to McDavid, and a shot that's blocked by Riddick into the corner. Johnny Gaudreau gives the puck away to Cassian. That's a bad giveaway. Here comes Zach Cassian in. And Riddick making a huge save and had to look behind him on a turnover by Johnny Gaudreau. Cassian looks for his first of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Face off one now by Connor McDavid, and he gets it back to Clefbaum across to Athanasiou and Cassian. Cassian back to McDavid in the slot, and a shot right into the stomach of David Riddick, who will hang on, and he's not going to be giving up anything at this point. He's already let in 4 goals in this game, let in 6 goals in game number 1 on 46 shots. See the face-offs there, 7-9. The Oilers, a turnover here, and they score! Kyler Yamamoto. He's got his first of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Five-2 Oilers. Just at the halfway point of the hockey game, and Edmonton's trying to run away like they did in game 1. Giordano now back to Toby Reeder, who was coming to point. Reeder will drop back to the Flames. Captain Giordano with a shot, and that one's blocked into the corner by, or kicked into the corner by Koskinen. Jankowski's got his man pinned along the boards. Clefbaum going across to Kyler Yamamoto. Now Leon Draisaitl through center ice. Draisaitl walking up the left side, and gets it into the middle there. Big rebound for Yamamoto, looking for a second, and it's turned aside right. Riddick Backlund now. Across to Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk, he'll fire a shot, and tries the same shot that the Oilers have been doing on the Flames from about the Stanley Cup playoff logo, just firing a slap shot. It's worked on Riddick tonight. Here comes Backlund, back to the Flames. Michael Backlund at the top, or the bottom of the face-off circle, gets it down low for Hamnick, and back to Backlund, and his shot is blocked and on its way to the goal. Oilers come back the other way. Yamamoto, everybody's at the end of a change, so he's just going to get this one deep, and Calgary's on it first. It's TJ Brody. Brody up for Michael Backlund. Across the ice to Andrew Mangiapane, and his shot is deflected wide. Here's Riley Sheahan. And he'll just flip this one into the Calgary zone, and the team will chase, but the Flames on the puck first. Hamnick up to Michael Backlund, and Matthew Tkachuk led the Flames in points this regular season. Tkachuk did with 61, as Backlund gets a couple opportunities there. And back-to-back 60-point nights for Matthew Tkachuk, or 60-point seasons, I should say, for Matthew Tkachuk. Big hit there by Travis Hamnick on the boards. Of course, Tkachuk had 77 points last year. Hanifin now across to Elias Lindholm. Back for Hanifin, and Hanifin goes back to the point for Gustafsson, and Gustafsson tries a long shot. Koskinen hanging on there. And Tkachuk actually had 77 points and 34 goals last year. Didn't get to 30 goals this year due to the shortage of the season, but as mentioned, hit 60 points and over 20 goals again this year for Matthew Tkachuk. Flames try a shot turned aside by Koskinen, and Gaudreau was hooked in the corner, so we're going to get a Flames power play. It'll be the first power play of the game for either side, and Calgary, who had 2 power plays in game 1, couldn't convert on either. We'll get their first try here of game 2. And now Nurse off for hooking, and the Flames will send out their second unit as the top line was just out there. So Bennett, Backlund, Lucci, Hanifin, and Anderson, the other member of that unit, coming out now as Hanifin walks into the slot and gets a shot away, and that was stopped by Koskinen. Flames top unit now back out there. Oh no, their second unit still out there. The faceoff's won by Backlund, and across to Lucci with a shot now. I mean, the Whalers will dump this down. Calgary will have to work again from their own zone here on the power play. Minute 18 to go. Flames break out. Hanifin up to Milan Lucci. Lucci sends one across for Rasmus Andersson, who's got a good chance in the slot, and he's turned aside by Koskinen. Minute 2 to go on the Flames power play. First power play of the game. Anderson goes across for Sam Bennett. Shot doesn't get through to the net, and this one's dumped down the ice, and you'll have to think the Flames top unit will be coming out now. 42 seconds left to operate. Hanifin gets this up for Lucci. Lucci over the blue line. Second unit stays out for Jeff Ward as Milan Lucci scores! Milan Lucci! His second of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and the Flames have answered back with a power play goal. Well, it seems like Jeff Ward made the right decision to keep the second unit out there as Milan Lucci just rips a shot past Koskinen. And this is exactly why the Calgary Flames went out and made this trade for Milan Lucci. It was for big moments like this. He's got a good playoff resume, a Stanley Cup champion. 116th NHL playoff game for Milan Lucic. And he's showing up big here in game 2. The Flames are within 1. Gaudreau's got the puck now. The Flames are within 2. Puck comes back now to Elias Lindholm, gets a shot away, and that one's stopped by Koskinen. 2 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Here's Connor McDavid's got the puck, stolen by TJ Brody, and turns this up ice for Sean Monahan. Monahan puts on the brakes and sends this in the slot, and McDavid intercepts this and puts this down the length of the ice, and that will be icing. Draisaitl taking hard into the boards there, like Travis Hamnick. Top line's out there now for both teams. Face-off won by Derek Ryan, as the Flames' third line is actually still out there. Ryan across now, and this is intercepted by the Oilers' Archibald. Cross center ice, Archibald over the blue line, but that's offside, so he's going to have to tag up here. Nurse over to Ethan Bear, and he'll dump this one in, cross the ice, and off the glass. The Flames pick it up in the corner, and it's brought out now. Dylan Dubé up the right side, and Dubé's going to send this across to Milan Lucci, looking for his second of the period, and Koskinen's got it with Derek Ryan on the doorstep. All three members of that third line scoring for Calgary in game 1. Lucci, Ryan, and Dubé each scoring a goal, and now Lucci's got a goal here in game 2. Have to wonder if that's why they got some extra time on the power play. Shot turned aside here by Koskinen in the dying seconds as the Oilers will bring it out, and Tyler Ennison over the line, and he'll run out of time as Calgary gets a late goal, but it's the Oilers who continue to find ways to put the puck in the back of the Calgary net, and they are up 5-3 heading into the third period of play here in Game 2 with a 1-0 series lead, and they're 20 minutes away from going back to Calgary up 2-0. Flames will need a big third period and a comeback. Lanlucci started it. Will they get it done in the third? Shots 26-21 for the Flames in that third period, through 40 minutes of play, I should say. And now as they enter the third period, they're looking to come back here against the Oilers, who have a 2-goal lead. McDavid right across to Athanasiou, gets a shot away, and Riddick covering that one up. Both teams combined each had 46 shots in game number 1, so it's been a high shooting affair and a high scoring affair in this series, at least through one game, and so far game 2 has been just that. Adam Larson at the point gets a shot away, and that one's turned aside by Riddick. Calgary will need some of that comeback magic here if they hope to avoid a 2-0 series deficit here to the Oilers. Clefbaum at the point. Back for Larson, and he'll get a shot away, and Riddick will hang on to that. Talked about Adam Larson and Oscar Clefbaum as a top pairing for this team. 3 points each in game 1, and now Clefbaum has another 3-point night. Monahan wins the faceoff, and it's back to Johnny Gaudreau. Giordano has it now. Monahan yet to score in this series. Monahan goes across to Lindholm, and he scores! Elias Lindholm pulls the Flames within 1 with his second of the game. Well, we see him do it a lot in the regular season. Down that right side, the natural right shot. Elias Lindholm, one of the most underrated wrist shots in the game, as he gets a beautiful feed from Monahan and rips this one past Koskinen, and Calgary with a much needed huge goal to start this third period. And 3 of the Flames' 4 goals coming from that top line tonight. As Elias Lindholm has his second in Calgary. It's a huge goal as Cassian looks to respond for the Oilers. He's knocked down McDavid in the slot, and Riddick turns that aside. Big hit by the Flames captain there on Zach Cassian to kind of set the tone here of the third. Calgary's not going away. Faceoff 17-13 Flames. Anderson off the faceoff here for Calgary on another win by Sean Monahan. He's been good in the circle tonight. Rasmus Anderson gets this down low for Giordano, walking in, and he streaks to the net with a shot turned aside by Koskinen. And now some rough stuff here after the whistle, as both teams renewing some of that hatred from the regular season in the Battle of Alberta. You knew you'd see a little bit of it here in this series. It really wouldn't be the Battle of Alberta without it. Backlund back to Mark Giordano, and Michael Backlund now goes across to Anderson. Anderson is going to go back to Michael Backlund with a shot, and it's turned aside by Koskinen. Tyler Yamamoto now down the right side. Yamamoto goes across and picked up by Matthew Tkachuk. He sends this one in the middle, and it's picked off by Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl, 16 points in 13 playoff games coming into this series. Yamamoto turns that shot, and it's turned aside by Riddick. Larson, he gets knocked down at the blue line, and Draisaitl picks up the puck. Draisaitl goes across to Nugent Hopkins in the slot, and a shot that's turned aside by Riddick. And Adam Larson was hit hard there by Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk saw the green light and just took out the Oilers defenseman, but Leon Draisaitl with a smart play to come in and retrieve the puck and keep the pressure on in the Flame zone, and got an offensive face-off here for the Oilers, which they win. Clefbaum at the point now for Larson. Another shot that's deflected in the corner by Riddick. Backlund picks up the puck, and the Flames will finally break this one out. Flames on a change now as Michael Backlund gets this across the ice, and he looks for his options as he goes across to Hamnick, and he fires a shot wide. Here's Adam Larson up on the boards for Josh Archibald, and Archibald over the blue line. Spins away from a check, gets it to Ennis in the slot. Nice block shot there by TJ Brody to get in the way. Brody's got the puck now. Sends this one across for Elias Lindholm, who's got a 2-goal night tonight. Elias Lindholm back to Hamonic at the point, and a shot that's wired just wide. Brody now in the slot for Johnny Gaudreau, and his shot doesn't make its way through. Oilers back the other way. Tyler Ennis knocked down there, stolen back by Gaudreau. Flames have numbers back the other way, or they did. Gaudreau still with the puck, fires. Big rebound from Monahan sitting there. Oh, and he couldn't tuck it in. Mikko Koskinen. Might have been a free tap in for the Flames if Koskinen didn't cover that puck up as fast as he did. Brody throwing around his weight here in this game as well. Calgary starting to get a little bit more physical. If they want to come back in this hockey game, they're going to have to try something here. 12 minutes, 30 seconds to go. The Oilers up 1-0 in this series and up 5-4 in this game. Shot here, and it's deflected right to Lucci, who's got the puck now, and Milan Lucci. Goal tonight, a goal in game one. Back to Monahan and Lucci now. Along the boards, and Lucci for Giordano. Back to Milan Lucci. In the slot, just turns and fires a shot, and it's turned aside by Koskinen. Andres Athanasiou, 4 points in game one. Looking for another goal here as he goes back to Darnell Nurse. Ethan Bear winds up from the point, and that's stopped by Riddick. Lucci for Dubé. Dylan Dubé. Cross for Rasmus Andersson, who fires a shot, blocked away by Koskinen. Picked up by Dubé, and he'll take the puck behind the Oilers' goal. Dubé. He's got Ryan sitting in front. He tries a shot. So McDavid picks it up now. Yamamoto. He's got a goal tonight. Kyler Yamamoto does. He goes one-on-one with Rasmus Andersson. Yamamoto goes for a skate behind the Flames net and then banks it off the boards to Ethan Bear. Bear walks in with a shot and fires that wide. Sam Bennett picking up for Calgary and gets it over the Flames' blue line. Gets it across to Anderson now. Anderson tries to go back to Bennett, but it's neatly picked off here. As Ethan Bear's got it for Nugent Hopkins now. Over the Flames' blue line. Nugent Hopkins wires a shot just wide as Rick was caught off position there. Ethan Bear now across to Darnell Nurse, and Nurse in the slot for Yamamoto. Intercepted though neatly by the Flames captain, and the Oilers steal back. This is Zach Kassian, Draisaitl, and his shot is stopped by Riddick. Flames Tobias Reeder back the other way. Reeder turns away, gets in the slot neatly from Mangiapane, who's stopped up high by Mikko Koskinen. Now Jankowski tries a shot, turned aside by Koskinen. Alex Chiasson across to Ethan Bear. Oilers trying to kill as much time as they can here in the third period. Gets it up for James Neal. Neal got his first of the playoffs earlier in this game. Flames now going across. Giordano with a big shot, and that one's sucked up by Mikko Koskinen. Great opportunity over Nugent Hopkins. I think Riddick just got a piece of that. Flames still leading in the face-off categories. They win another one. Backlund right to Hamonic with a shot. Stopped as Koskinen closes the 5-hole. Flames got this at center ice. They got a player caught in offside there. It was Travis Mangiapane who's got the puck now for Kachuk with a shot. Turned aside again by Mikko Koskinen. He's been good again tonight for the Oilers. Riley Sheahan now. Cross for Tyler Ennis. A big shot. Rebound. And it's turned aside by Koskinen. Mangiapane goes up to Hamonic, and Hamonic's intercepted here by Sheahan. Riley Sheahan, the former Red Wing, one of the many former Detroit Red Wings, now on the Edmonton Oilers team. As Riddick hangs on to a high riser here, and we get a face-off with just 4:07 to go, and Calgary's pressing. But Koskinen has been sharp tonight here in Game 2 of the 2020 Stanley Cup Playoffs. Flames trying to avoid an 0-2 hole going back home down the QE2. Hanifin now gets this across to Gustafsson. Former Chicago Blackhawk Eric Gustafsson came over at the trade deadline for Calgary. Gets this over to Monahan, who put that shot just wide, I believe it was. Kachuk now back to Gustafsson, and Monahan's got it again. His shot is blocked on its way to the net. Lindholm down low for Hanifin. Hanifin back to the point for Hamonic, and he'll trade with Hanifin here. Hanifin goes to Gustafsson. Gustafsson's knocked down behind the Oilers' goal, and Edmonton will steal. Calgary some good pressure, but didn't get a shot away there. with precious time ticking off the clock here. Here come the Oilers now. Archibald in the slot, gets a good shot away and really had to be sharp. 2 minutes to go for Calgary. Monahan. Elias Lindholm with 2 goals tonight. Lindholm waits, doesn't get a shot away. Oilers, Riley Sheahan across to Zach Cassian, minute 30 to go. Zach Cassian putting on the brakes and sends us across for Athanasiou, and a big rebound. Scooped up by the Flames, and now they're going to get a power play. As I believe Hanifin was hooked in front of the net, and with a minute 15 to go, the Flames will be up an extra man. As Riley Sheahan, the guilty party here, send Calgary up 5-on-4 and possibly 6-on-4 if they decide to pull David Riddick in the final minute 15. Second unit starts for Calgary. Backlund, Bennett, Lucci, Hanifin, and Anderson. Hanifin's got the puck. He shoots it wide. Picked up on the boards by Lucci. He's got a goal tonight on the power play. Backlund to Bennett in front. He gets a shot away. Rebound! And another shot stopped by Koskinen. 53 seconds to go. This one's dumped down behind the Calgary goal. Hanifin's going to start out. You got to think Riddick's going to follow him. Backlund up the center ice here, and here comes David Riddick to the bench as predicted. Goes across for Lucci in the slot with a shot. That one whistling just wide, and it's now dumped down by Edmonton, and they have the ability to shoot for the empty net here. 32 seconds to go. Milan Lucci. Puck stolen by Ennis. Baked off the boards. Empty net, and it goes just behind the net, and Rasmus Anderson and the Flames are running out of time. 20 seconds to go. Sam Bennett across the line. Bennett in over the line. Gets it to Gustafsson in the slot, and his shot is deflected wide. Now Lucci will try a shot. Stopped by Koskinen. Johnny Gaudreau. Back to the point. Intercepted by McDavid, and that will do it. Down the ice with 5 seconds to go. One last rush for Calgary. Sam Bennett and the Edmonton Oilers will take a 2-0 series lead back to Calgary, as they hang on for a huge 5-4 win in Game 2. Oh, it was another back and forth affair. This one a lot closer than Game 1, and another high-scoring game between these two Alberta rivals. And for the second straight game, it's the Oilers that come out on top. Elias Lindholm had a 2-goal night, but Oscar Klefbom had a 3-point night, and the Oilers prevail to a 5-4 win as we shift the series down to QE2 for Game 3 in Calgary.